Good afternoon and welcome as we are privileged to gather today on Thursday, the 23rd of July, for this opportunity that we call Tell Us What's Happening, Questions and Answers with Father William. And I again invite all of you, or any of you, as you are willing and able, to send in questions to us during this time or even later through our email or phone system, so that we can address any particular concern that you may have in regard to our witness in the community and our ministries. As we gather today, again, I welcome you and I hope that you are doing well. And I ask that we continue to pray for one another during these days. And let us especially pray for those on the front line fighting this coronavirus pandemic, especially here in our state and other places of the country that the situation has grown worse. Hospitals being filled to their capacity and the inability to be able to test everyone efficiently and effectively. So please keep all these folks in your prayers. It's been a busy week here at Trinity Cathedral during these past several days, as we now have a full staff functioning again. And we are spending a lot of time gearing up for August and for the programs that will begin as we move into a fall routine as we have been accustomed. A few things that will start this month of August I want to be able to share with you this morning. Much of the information that I will be sharing will be coming out in the August issue that we are working on right now of the Trinity Times, our newsletter that will go out at the very beginning of August. First of all, as we prepare for the fall, it's become important in my thinking and in our leadership that we begin to establish, again, routines that were familiar to us before the pandemic and the closure of our facilities. Basically, a rhythm that had been our routine for Sunday mornings. And that's what our goal is as we begin in August and also with September. First, with the first Sunday of August, August 2nd, we are going to be moving the recording and live streaming of our weekend Eucharist from Saturdays to Sunday morning at 11 o'clock, which would have been one of the traditional times for our Eucharist. So after this coming weekend, the following weekend, beginning in August, we will be recording at 11 a.m. on Sunday morning. This schedule is more consistent to what we've been accustomed, and part of what we will be doing with that service is incorporating elements that are very familiar to us from the various Eucharists that we celebrate on the weekend as we had in the past. For instance, we will put forth with the first Sunday of the month a service that basically is the outline of Rite 1 that was practiced at the 7:30 a.m. Eucharist. So we'll be using the King James English in the tradition of that particular liturgy with the first Sunday of the month. The second Sunday of the month, we'll be pulling in elements from the 9 o'clock family and children service. Basically, that will mean that we'll be using some of the contemporary hymns and music that is a tradition with that particular service. By the way, the first Sunday of the month with Rite 1, we also will be adding hymn singing and music to that service. The other remaining Sundays of the month will follow what we are doing presently, which is mainly the outline of our 11 o'clock Sunday liturgy. So that will become the new format that we will follow with our weekend liturgy that is recorded, streamed live Sunday morning and recorded for your observance when it is convenient for you. In addition, prior to that time slot of 11 o'clock on Sunday morning, we will be offering the Bible and Books adult class virtually through the internet. as a way to offer adult education. That program has begun now and has been going on for several weeks under the tutelage of Reverend Ruth. And if you wish to be a participant with that course, please let her know through her email or contact the office to make your wishes known so that you can be sent an invitation to participate on Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock with the Bible and Books class. In addition to that, starting in August, I will be offering an adult Bible study class similar to the adult forum that had been our tradition in the past on Sunday mornings during the hour of 9:45 to 10:45, again through the Zoom internet technology. And if you wish to be a part of that class, again, simply contact me or the office to make your wishes known so that we can send you the invite to be a part of that class and participate. The content of that study will be following the readings that are assigned for the upcoming Sunday. This will be a marvelous way for us to prepare, looking at the context of the readings, getting an understanding of the readings before we hear a sermon. We feel that you will get a great deal more out of preaching and out of the sermons as a result of having this kind of study. So please let us know if you wish to be a part of that class. I am also offering that class, if I have enough interest, with a weekday segment. So not only Sunday morning, but also the possibility of a weekday class, perhaps Tuesday, late afternoon or evening. Once we get into the month of September, after Labor Day, the Sunday school component will be added at 9:45 to 10:45. It overlaps the time that we do the adult forum. So that as the children spend time in Sunday school, the adults have an opportunity for study also. We are offering, again, that opportunity. The Sunday school program will be done virtually, and there will be packets that will be prepared and sent in advance to our families so that the children have all the materials that will be covered in the class at that particular time. So we are preparing for all of these opportunities to offer you what normally would have been our Sunday morning routines. Please note that we are making every effort possible to have a predictable and familiar Sunday routine. And we feel that this routine will be with us until we are able to once again gather in person and gather in groups. But for the time being, this is the best we can offer, and we're using the greatest of our skills and abilities and talents of our individual leaders here to make all of this possible for you during these days of isolation. There also is going to be a change in the Thursday Eucharist for healing that you have been experiencing on Thursdays. That will begin again in August. Next Thursday, we'll keep the format that we've been following, but once we get into August, that format is going to change. We realize that the emphasis and the intent of that Thursday liturgy is to be one for healing, one for comfort, for building up hope. And we feel that we can perhaps do that more creatively and better by having a service of the Word that would involve the readings and the psalm, as has been the custom of that liturgy, along with the prayers. But in addition, music will be added, and there will be opportunity for a reflection rather than a full sermon, either on the saint that day is observing, or on some background of scripture that is read that particular day. We've decided not to offer the Eucharist. We cannot offer anointing for healing. We celebrate communion, but we can't offer it to you. And so we feel rather than continuing to offer things that you can't participate in wholly, that the best approach for us would be to give things that we feel we can participate, have a sense of participation and involvement that will be meaningful, upbuilding, hopeful, and strengthening of your spirit. So that is some of the direction that we will be taking. All of this information, as I said earlier, will be in the Trinity Times newsletter for the month of August. We will continue to record the Thursday service and the weekend service on Facebook and YouTube. Again, the best way to get to them is through our website, trinityreno.org, and you go to the announcement section and follow online services, and be mindful that there is a bulletin for both Thursday and for Sunday that is posted at the time of those services. On the Cathedral website, the Facebook platform will also continue to record for us the Compline service, the nighttime prayer service, on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. This past Tuesday, I did a reflection on Psalm 22 from a painting that I had done when I was back in seminary. And for this Thursday, this evening, we are privileged to have Dr. Gary Gordon, who is doing a presentation on one of the evening hymns. So we're doing some creative things along with having interviews. So please be a part of that as you are able. Also, I want to let you know that we are going to be doing some work on our website. We know that the website has not been serving us well, and we've been making some attempts to make some changes. We've not been real successful at this point to be doing a lot. So I'm asking your patience as we are looking to have a web page redeveloped, especially during these times as we are realizing we need to rely more and more on technology to be able to have a means to reach out to you, to be supportive of you, to be in connection with you. And so we are doing a lot in the office right now to upgrade our systems, to have greater connection with our systems that has been lacking here for years. And as we address that, we are becoming very intentional and also working in getting a new website up. So please be patient with us. We are continuing to use it in ways that we need to, but realize that a lot of those irritating elements that are there, that some of you have mentioned to us, in time will be disappearing and a new website will be launched for us. So please be patient with us and continue to pray for our progress in developing these means of communication with you. I also want to make you aware of the fact that the next Tuesday, the 28th of July, will be our second food drop-off for St. Paul's Food Pantry here on Tuesday morning between the hours of 9:30 and 10:30, and in the evening between the hours of 5 and 6 o'clock. Again, we invite you to drop off your food donations that are desperately needed in our community. Drop them off, and we will have our teams there willing and able to greet you and to receive those items and get them delivered to St. Paul's in Sparks. We are grateful for your continued support as we had a wonderful intake at the beginning of the month, and we have received wonderful thank you notes from the food pantry for your generosity, not only with your food contributions, but also for the monetary donations. And please note that in the July newsletter was a listing of food items, especially those that supply protein, that are very critical to be giving out. And if you're able to do those items, we request that of you and thank you in advance for that. I want to report to you that with our meeting this past Monday night with our vestry, the governing board of our cathedral community, we have made a decision to hire a new part-time individual that will serve as the Christian Education Director and leader of our Episcopal Youth Commission, our youth group. We are excited to be doing this because it was never our intention in hiring Reverend Ruth to make her take over the responsibilities of the two previous clergy that were serving with us. She is serving as canon for parish life. A great deal of her time will be spent with pastoral care and adult education. But we have been putting together a position and been on look for an individual, a layperson, to serve in this capacity. The decision has been made, and we are looking for a person to fulfill that position to start with us as soon as we are able, perhaps during the month of August, so that everything will be in place for us when we launch our programs after Labor Day with our Sunday school. Much of the system has been in place. We do not want to lose the growth and the potential and the incredible programs that were gained over the past 2 years with the leadership of Reverend Michaela. It has been our intention to continue to grow those programs, and now it looks like we are getting to that point where we will be able to continue to strengthen those ministries and offerings to the young people of our community. This morning, I had received some information that I find rather troubling. The first Washoe County bus driver has tested positive to coronavirus, while the city managers, especially in relationship to the Reno Transit Commission, are not actively seeking to protect bus drivers and passengers who use this vital system of transportation. One report came in on July 6th that a passenger reported that there was standing room only on the bus and 8 passengers were without masks. The Reno and Sparks City Councils and the Washoe County Commission are fully aware of the situation and seem to be doing nothing to manage the companies that are responsible for our transit line. Worse, the Regional Transport Commission Executive Director Bill Thomas, has appeared on paid television advertising asserting that the governor's mandate is being enforced. But bus drivers are reporting that they are not being asked to wear masks, and they are told that if anyone wants to get on the bus without a mask, they are not to prohibit that from happening, or they shall be fired. For decades, many of us have not been aware that the RTC is subcontracted to non-Nevada for-profit contractors. And the current management is a company called Keolis Transit America, which is a subsidiary of a French national for-profit transit company. What is happening is that literally 20,000 people are using our transit system on a daily basis, and our political leaders and our managers are being indifferent to the situation and not helping to protect you, people that are using the system. The governor has empowered all our local politicians and leaders to mandate and to protect us as a people of this state. But that is not happening. And as a result, one individual says, show me a local bar that serves 20,000 people a day, and I'll show you buses that are rolling equivalent of a petri dish of an ocean liner. And so it is a very sad situation. We greatly, as a faith community, along with our brothers and sisters from other congregations, are aware and need to warn each of you, if you are using public transportation, please be aware that this is happening. And if you are in desperate need, if you are a member of Trinity Cathedral, please let us know. Perhaps we can help you with transportation so that you do not have to be exposed to this horrible situation. As a parish, one of our outreach ministries is to supply local tickets to help people use the bus system. However, we are suspending that practice at this time because it is not safe, and we are not willing to send you into a situation that could endanger your health. I want to thank all of you who also continue to support us with your financial pledge or with your particular donations. Since we do not gather in person, we have all gotten out of the habit of making our offerings as the plate is passed. And so we are grateful for all of you who have continued to make it a priority in your giving to reach out and continue to support the ministries and work of our cathedral in this community. We encourage you, if you do not care to send your offering through the mail, if you do, please use the P.O. Box, which is 2246 with the zip code of 89505. Otherwise, use the internet. Again, our website, when you enter into it, has the capability. There is a give button up in the upper corner of the site that you press and just follow directions, and you can do your contribution in that means. We are extremely grateful. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your continued support that we can keep our ministries active. As many of you are aware, many congregations are hurting. It is hurting all of us. Our giving is down, but we are blessed and we are continuing to be able to support our ministries and continue to serve you and serve our community. As I close, I continue to pray for you as I ask that your prayers continue for me and for our leaders here at the cathedral, for our bishop, for all our clergy, for all of our leaders, and for all of our churches, and for all of our laity. Continue to keep us in prayer, but you yourself continue to be safe. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and observe social distancing. We thank you, and God bless each of you this day and always. Amen.